everyone, this is another video from Siemens PLC programming, and today we are going to talk about the timers. So we are going to study two different type of the timer. So the first one is T on and the next one is T off timer. So for saving the time, I'm not going to show how we could make a project in TIA portal. So we already learned how we could do that, and if you check the previous videos, so you could actually see in few first video I actually did that. This is exactly same. We are going to make the project in TI portal, and we are going to see how we could use these T on and off timer. So here I actually put two simple ladder logic. So as you could see, the first one I put actually normally open a switch. So this is the timer unit, so T on unit. So how you could actually get these timer here on your ladder logic. So you couldn't find them here, which we use for getting these input and output. Usually we have these input outputs here. For getting this timer, you need to come to this corner and see here you have the instruction. So if you click on the instruction, so you could actually comes to the timer. So see that I close this. So you see the all instruction, basic instruction that you have. One of them is the timer. So then you easily could click on that, and here you see you have T on and T off. So this first one that I use is T on. So for the second network that we will study today, you could use the T off, which you could take from here. So if you drag these here, so easily similar with the input and output, you could drag and drop here. So it asks, okay, what few question about the timer. We select automatic, we say okay, and you have the timer here. So the only thing you need to add, so it's put the number for this, and this is the PT. You see this one, you should somehow set the time here. So same thing for the T off. If you select the T off again here, you should give the some value there. So let's see what these value means. So let I delete this because I just want to show how you could add these blocks here, which we mentioned use these basic instruction. So I put T here, I double click on these PT input, and I put just 5 seconds. So you could put any time delay that you want to have. So I put 5 seconds, C is 5, so you could put 10 seconds, whatever you need. So let's see what exactly these timer do here. So as you can see, you have the input 1, which I put on the port 0. So for set these input and output, you do the same thing that we did before. So you just need to come to here. So you actually set which input do you want to have. So just drag and drop these here. It's actually set the input 0 for port 0.0. So I actually use a 2 switch input 0 for the first ladder logic that you see in network 1, and input 2, which is the IO number 1 for the second ladder logic that I have. Also, I use 2 output 0 for the first is ladder logic, which you use T timer on, and the second output, which is output 1, which is for 0.0 means output 1. So for the second ladder logic, so that means I have input 0, here is the timer on, and here is output 0. I actually set the all ports for these two input output that I have. So second ladder logic is input 1 is the input, and the output 1 is the output. And here I use the T off timer. So this is exactly in the same way that we did in the previous project that we had. So this is exactly same. So let's do more focus on the ladder logic. So see how these two timer work. So let's start with the T on. We put the 5 second here, so it means it's normally open. So but whenever you close this, so it's actually close this switch, then your timer is working. So that means whenever this contactor is closed, so somehow you trigger this timer and this timer is start to counting. So maybe it is better I go to the first to this online stream that we able to see really what's happened if I turn on this switch 0 that I have. So yep, actually it's worked now. So let I actually maximize that. So see, I show you here what I have. So let's see what's going on here. So as you could see, you have your PLC, and this little I0 that you see is your switch. So just take a look to this ladder logic that we have. So I'm going to turn on this. If I turn on this I0 or switch 0, so definitely it's actually is not going to turn this on immediately. It start to counting. After 5 seconds, it's going to turn on whatever you have here. So let's do that. So I'm going to turn this now. See, it's start to counting here, and it takes 5 seconds, then actually turn on. So even if you check here, you see it takes 5 seconds to turn on these output 0. So let's do that again. So again, you could just see what happened in the logic. It is off. I turn that on, so it's counting for 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, it's actually turn on the output 0. I'm doing that again. It right now is off, so I turn that on. It start to counting. After 5 seconds, it's going to be turn on the output. Okay. In the same way, we could actually take a look to the second one, which is exactly the same circuit. The only difference is this is the this is actually the timer off, T off timer. So let I just turn off this one, and for this my output is output 1, so that means the second toggle switch that I have here, and this is output 1. So let's see what's happened if I turn on this. So see, I turn this on, you have the timer off. So whenever you turn on this, immediately it's going to actually pass the power through the timer and the output is on. So this LED that you see is output 1. So let's see what's happened if I turn this off. So I'm going to turn this, let's see. So this is, let us find the right toggle. Yeah, I did the third one. So this is actually the second one. So whenever I'm turning these off, so the timer start to counting. So that means I turn this on, is immediately is on. So whenever you turn these off, it's not immediately off. It takes actually this number, which is the 5 seconds, to turn off the output. So let's just do that again. So see, I turn this on. Let's see, I'm doing, oh, that's the right output. Okay. So I turn this on, which is the output 1. So it is immediately on. So if I turn this off, it's not immediately off. It start to counting 5 seconds, then turn that off. So again, this is on, immediately on. Whenever you turn off, it's not immediately off. It takes 5 seconds to be actually off. So this is actually the timer that shows how these works. So let's just summarize what we actually learned today. So this is T on timer, so which is here I have in my output 0. So whenever you turn this on, it's not immediately turn on this output. It takes count 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, it's actually turn on that. For the T off, which is this one that I have. Whenever you turn this on, immediately output is on, but whenever you turn that off, the timer start to counting, and after 5 seconds, it's actually turned that off. So it means, yeah. So it means whenever you turn this off, it's not immediately off. So the timer count 5 seconds, and after 5 seconds, it's actually turned that off. So this is actually the two simple ladder logic which somehow explain how T on timer and T off timer works. So in the next two videos, I'm going to actually somehow show the application of each of them in the real world. So, and you will see application for each of these T on and T off timers. So thank you for watching this video, and see you all in our next video.